So, guy wrote in, what up, Joey Cake? Said, apparently being a father is weird now. He said, I'm currently at my baby mama's house because her car got snowed in and was stuck in the driveway. She had no one else to call and had to be at work in the morning. My girlfriend told me not to go. What up, RB614? And said it was weird that I'm still the one my ex calls and somebody else should have handled it. I ignored that and went anyway because when it comes to my kids, I don't debate. I move. I shoveled, salted, and got the car free. So is this baby daddy wrong? Was he wrong? What up, Mr. Clifford, for going to help his baby mama in the snow? Even though the girlfriend told him not to go. She said, find somebody else to do it. Was he wrong for going to help? I mean, they do got kids together. Somebody had to get it done. Also, my next part to this, too, because Superbad brought up a very interesting question. Hey, OC. Superbad had brought up, he said he feels like it is that man's responsibility to go over there and shovel the snow because they have kids together. And then that made me bring up another question to my fellas. Now, just hypothetically speaking, okay, if you were in this situation, would it be your responsibility to help your baby mama out if the baby mama did not have a man? Would it be your responsibility? I'm just saying. What up, Mr. Clifford? Joey Cake said, her new man can do it. She ain't got no new man. So, that's why she called the baby daddy. And that's why I'm asking the next part of the question. Do you assume responsibility for the baby mama when they don't have a man in their life? Are you responsible? Mr. Clifford said, hell no. Mr. Clifford! He said, hell no. So you don't feel like responsibility should be on the baby daddy if there's no man involved with your ex child of your mother or your baby mama. You don't feel like you should assume that responsibility. Superbad said, I would shovel snow for my ex-mother-in-law. Oh, that's sweet, but what about your ex-wife? You said mother-in-law. We talk about ex-wives here. Joey Cake said, well, get a new man. Should have acted right. Joey Cake, you're not answering the question. Mr. Clifford answered the question. He said, hell no. You not answering the question. Was he wrong for going over there? One, was he going wrong for going over there to shovel? Two, when the baby mama doesn't have a new man or a man in the life and you have kids with this woman, are you responsible for what goes on in her household? Like if anything breaks or she needs you to come shovel or cut the grass, is that your responsibility as the baby daddy? Mr. Clifford said, F no. Baby Barack said, she should have called Uber. Not his responsibility. Sad circumstance due to our broken relationship issues. Joey Cake said he was dead wrong. Like, where does it end? So, you feel like he was wrong for going to help her shovel the snow? What do you mean, where does it end, Joey? What does that mean? Where does it end? I feel like he did a good thing. No? This wasn't a good thing? I'm sorry. Y'all are like, hell to the no. I feel like he did a good thing. I mean, I don't know. Superpad said he's showing the kids how a man should treat. Thank you, Thank you, Superpad. That's why I feel like he did a good thing, because he is showing the kids how a man should treat his family. Even after you guys have went your separate ways and everything is said and done, you know what I'm saying? He's still showing like we can coexist. We don't got to be together, but we can still coexist. Thank you, Superpad. I like that. Joey Cake said, keep the kids while she shovels. So you go babysit the kids and make her get out there and shovel. You ain't right. You ain't right, Joey. You ain't right. Healing Hurt Ministries said, boundaries set. What you mean, Healing Hurt? You mean she set boundaries, or he set boundaries, or the girlfriend set boundaries? Because the girlfriend is the one technically bad about this situation, which is why he posed the question. Because he wanted to know if he was wrong in this situation. He wanted to know if he was wrong for going to help his baby mama get up out the snow. Mama said, "Was my question, how often does she ask him to do?" I don't know that. So I can't answer that question. I can't answer questions I have no answer to. So I don't know. I don't know how long or how often she asked him for things. I do not know. That's a good question, though. Super Pat said, "LOL, Joey. Healing Hurt Ministry said they need to set boundaries. Everybody involved needs to set boundaries. Girlfriend, baby mama, and baby daddy. Question mark, Healing Hurt. Mr. Clipper said, "I'm saying it's his obligation, but if he want to, then it's cool. But if he does not want to, then it's cool." Okay. But then this might have been a different conversation had he not went over there and shoveled. Because y'all might have been, he should have went over there and shoveled. And you know damn well, she got to go to work. And she needed somebody. I'm just saying how it could have went. How it could have went. Joey Cake said, he obviously don't know my ex. We don't know your ex. Tell us, Joey, what happened to you? Healer Hurt said, if the dad is always the savior, it can get messy. Yeah, that's, again, Mama did pose a very good question because I do need more details. I do need to know how often she is calling and asking him for help. So that part I don't know. But it seems like she may be calling him quite frequently. Since the girlfriend has inserted herself into the conversation, she like, okay, this is becoming a little bit weird now. For my new folks, welcome to Discussions with DD Parker. Twitch, what up, Twitch? IG Live, of course, and YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. We're talking about this father. He wanted to know if he was wrong for this. So I'll read it again. So he said, apparently being a father is weird now. I'm currently at my baby mama's house because her car got snowed in and was stuck in the driveway. She had no one else to call and had to be at work in the morning. My girlfriend told me not to go, said it was weird, that I was still the one my ex calls and someone else should have handled it. I ignored that and went anyway because when it comes to my kids, I don't debate. I move, I shoveled, salted, got the car free. All right, let's read some of these comments. Baby Barack said he's obviously behind the 8 ball with his child support, so he has to go out his way to keep the heat off his ass. Is that what's going on, Baby Barack? Mama said, he said it's not YP for discussion when his kids involved. So what boundaries? He did say it is not even up for discussion. He said, I ignored that. Went anyway because when it comes to my kids, I don't debate. I move. I shoveled, salted. I mean, yeah, there is no discussion. It seemed like it's his way or it's his way. There is no other way. Healer Hurt said to prevent problems in the future with his current relationship, it can make it seem like baby mama is in charge of the relationship. Okay, so what do they need to, like, how do they need to move past this, Healing Hurt? The girlfriend needs to set boundaries, or they just both need to come up with boundaries, or again, all three of them need to set boundaries. Again, I wish I did have that bit of information on how often she does ask him for help. But I do not know that. So I have no idea how often she's asking her baby daddy for help. All I know is she was snowed in. She called him to come shovel. He came, saw, and conquered, and shoveled. And the girlfriend had a problem. She's like, why she can't find somebody else to do it? And Mama brought up some good points. Why she can't pay a neighbor or neighbor's kids that come through the neighborhood and ask them, and pay them. She probably didn't want to pay nobody. Mama said she needs to hire a snow removal service, period. Joey Cake said, stop using your kids as an excuse. Super Pat said, women need to follow their man. Stay in your feminine role. Be submissive. Super Pat, so what are you saying? She was out of pocket for addressing him? And, well, clearly it's become, again, I wish I had the other information on how often this baby mama asked him to do stuff. Because that would probably help a lot with this story here. But if the baby mama is consistently asking the baby daddy for help, eventually, come on, let's be honest. Let's keep it a bean right now. Let's keep it all the way a stack. Let's be honest. Eventually, if somebody keeps asking your man or woman, that's an ex, and they may share a child together, to keep doing things, eventually you're gonna be like, damn, they can't find nobody else to do it. Like, why are they always calling you to do something? It's gonna start looking a little sus. Like, are y'all still? Cause why are you the go-to person? I mean, I understand y'all got kids together, but why is it you? Joey Cake said, right, mama, pay someone else. And then my next question to that was, fellas, if you have a child, or ladies, if you have a child with somebody, does that now tie you to be obligated to when things happen in their household? Are you now tied and obligated, like the shoveling thing? You know what I'm saying? He said he didn't ask no questions when it comes to his kids. He got in that car. He did what he needed to do. Point blank and simple. So, you know, when it comes to your kids or your kids and your baby mama or your baby daddy, say hypothetically we're talking about, right? If something happens in the household, you know, would you assume responsibility? I guess is what I'm trying to say. Superbad said she can always ride with him when he goes. Goes where? Where he going? Mama said, healing her. You're an angel. Remember, not all women have gotten there. Mamas, what are you talking about? Healing her said she should respect he is in a relationship. The baby mama should respect that he's in a relationship. Girl, you know some of these baby mamas petty. Hey, JB, they be looking to start in relationships. Come on now, well, maybe you don't know, but yeah, some of these baby mamas can be downright trifling and petty. Joey Cake said, Dee, would you have a problem if your man went over to dig out his ex? It depends on how. See, that's why I said there's another. I need the other parts of this conversation, because it depends on how many times she done called my ex to ask her ass to dig her out. Because then I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be like her, like she can't find nobody else to do it. She can't find nobody else to do it. Like you the only person. Like, why is it gotta be you? And then at that point, I'd be like, okay, I feel like now she's taking advantage. Okay. And we all need to have a conversation, like Healer Hurt said. We all need to have a come to Jesus moment before things get ugly. Yeah. So I'm going to be honest. Yeah. Eventually, I'm going to be like, she ain't find nobody else to do it. Why you got to be the one? You know? So, yeah, Joey, I'm just saying. Mama said he had to come home to a pissed girl. Right. So now you done caused strife in your household because of your baby mama. Anyway, Joey Cake said dig her out again, Dee Dee. Oh God, I'm gonna read it again, Joey, for my new folks on here. I'm not messing with you today. I'm not messing with you today, Joey. Let me regroup because Joey just threw me off. Joey Cake said right. Mama said Joey Cake's right. I had to regroup because Joey, you threw me off. Welcome to Discussions. So a guy wanted to know if he was wrong. So he said apparently being a father is weird now. He said, I'm currently at my baby mama's house because her car got snowed in and was stuck in the driveway. She had no one else to call and had to be at work in the morning. My girlfriend told me not to go. Said it was weird that I'm still the one my ex calls and someone else should have handled it. I ignored that and went anyway because when it comes to my kids, I can't debate. I moved, I shoveled, I salted, I got the car free. Did I say digged out? I didn't think. Did I say it again? She had no one else to go and had to be at work in the morning. My girlfriend. Wait. I'm kind of, you guys, it was stuck in the drive. I didn't say nothing about digging out. See, Joey, you putting words in my mouth. I didn't say that. Did I say that? I'm going to have to run this back. What up, Chev? Asking if this man was wrong for going to help his baby mama and digging her out the snow, even though his girlfriend advised him not to do it. So, Joey Cake said, hey, I live in Buffalo. Free snow removal here requires a lot of love. Baby, y'all got a bunch of snow in New York. So, I don't know what part of the country she lives in or what state she lives in. But clearly she wasn't trying to dig herself up out that hole. So she called. She didn't call Tyrone. She called her baby daddy and told her baby daddy, look y'all, Linda. I got to go to work. I need you to come and get the snow up off the ground. And he went. But in his defense, he's like, when it comes to my kids, I don't debate. I moved, I shoveled, salted, and got the car free. So he felt like he did what he was supposed to do as a man. And I like Super Pat's point, saying he did it, to set the example. That's what I would have said, Super Pat. He did it. I don't feel like what he did was wrong. He probably did it to set the example for his children. Like, look, me and your mama can have a healthy co-parent relationship. I may be in this new relationship, but it don't change nothing. My love for you never has changed. So, what up, Chef? Hola. Mama said, you did say dig her out. Okay, I might have said it. I'm gonna have to run it back. Joey Cake said, yeah, she did. Wait, but I'm reading it differently. Maybe because he did go dig her out the snow. Literally. Nah, I'm not messing with you, Mama or Joey Cakes. Okay? Not negativity. But, yeah. Joey Cake said, so your man is free to dig out his ex. I didn't say that. I never said that. Don't put words in my mouth, Joey. I never said he was free. I would probably give him, what's Monopoly? You get to go free around the board or whatever one time. Yeah. One time pass. Well, maybe not one. But if it was on a couple occasions, I'd be wondering, okay, why is she calling you? She ain't got nobody else she can call. Like, why is it got to be you? You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Joey, if the shoe was on the other foot, you know what I'm saying? And your wife's ex-husband call her to come help him with something around his house, would it be a problem? Or she called him to come help with something at your house, would it be a problem? I'm just asking. Inquiring minds want to know. You know what I'm saying? I don't think this makes him wrong. You know what I'm saying? I just think he did what he had to do for his kids. I don't really even think it had anything to do with this baby mama. I'm going to be real about the situation. I believe it had everything to do with his children and doing what was right by his children. Joey Cake said, ain't nobody digging out Mrs. Cakes. You know what? I'm not messing with you today, Joey. I'm not messing with you today. Listen. What up, Tizzle? We're talking about this guy. He wants to know if he's wrong. He went to help his baby mama get out the snow. And the girlfriend disapproved. And he went and did it anyway. So he wants to know if he is wrong for going to help his baby mama. So again, I'll read it again. It said, so apparently being a father is weird now. I'm currently at my baby mama's house because her car got snowed in and was stuck in the driveway. She had no one else to call and had to be at work in the morning. My girlfriend told me not to go. Said it was weird that I'm still the one my ex calls. And someone else should have handled it. I ignored that and went anyway because when it comes to my kids, I don't debate. I move. I shoveled, salted, and got the car free. So was he wrong? Again, I'm going to defend this man because I don't feel like he was wrong. He went to go help his baby mama. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said he might have been behind on them child support payments. You know what I'm saying? He did what he needed to do to stay face. So I don't, again, hey, Mr. Understanding Stan, I don't feel like he was wrong in this situation. You can say whatever you want to. I think he did what he needed to do for his children's. I mean, baby mama had to get to work. If that keeps baby mama up out his pocket, what the problem is? You know what I'm saying? What the problem is? Joey Cake said, I do all the digging in my house. You know what, Joey? I'm not messing with you today. Joey said I do all the digging in my house. Joey Cake said, Tech, he's digging out his ex. He's doing it for the kids. See, oh boy, I swear. Mama said, I can't hardly get any man to help me dig. Well, yeah, Mama had a bunch. I mean, New York got hit with a lot of snow, and she was out there shoveling for the most part by herself. She did help. She did have some of her tenants help her, but for the most part, that's why I'm like, damn, is it that easy? Babe said he wasn't wrong. I don't believe he was wrong. Chev said, as a woman, what you about to say, Chev? As a woman, Tizzle said, not wrong at all. Baby mamas be so full of shit, and baby mamas need to chill. Looking out for your kids' mama is a priority, because if she ain't okay, they ain't okay. All right, let's add another spin to this, because I like these perspectives. Let me add another spin, and I've already kind of said it before, but I'll reintroduce it. Let me ask you this, and this is for everybody. So let's say, right, that this baby mama, because again, Mama asked the question, like, how many times has she called him for help before? I don't know the answer to that. How many times she's called for help. But Superpad made a comment and said that, he is the child's father, so it's kind of his responsibility. Question to you is, you have a baby mama. You know what I'm saying? You made this kid with your baby mama. You guys aren't together. You're in a whole new relationship. Are you still responsible for the things that occur at your baby mama's house if she needs help? Are you responsible for those things, like maybe cutting the grass or shoveling snow? I can't wait to hear what you fellas have to say. Are you still responsible? She has your kids. They don't live with you. She has custody of the kids. So if she needs you to come and cut the grass every now and again, or she needs you to come and shovel the snow every now and again, I'm just saying. Babe said the girlfriend could have watched if that was the case. He did it for his family. Sheb said, as a woman, I would ask the other woman, is it okay that your husband or boyfriend can come help me shovel the snow? I like that, Sheb. That is so respectable and commendable of you. But girl, these women don't move like that, baby. They don't move like that. But I like that. She should have asked. That's good, Chev. Healing Hurt says, so, see why boundaries need to be set so all parties know what they signed up for. That part. Joey Cake said, to you, mama. What up, clean? Babe said, hell nah. But if we don't live that far, then some things will change. All right, so I got some new folks. What up, clean? Welcome to Discussions with Dee Parker. Twitch is active. Of course, IG Live is where we do it at. And then YouTube, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. We were talking about this guy. Now I'm asking if he wanted to know if he was wrong for his actions. So he went to go dig out. I'm sorry, Joey Cakes. He went to go shovel out. Is that better? He went to shovel the snow for his baby mama, who called him to come shovel the snow because she was stuck. The girlfriend said, that's weird. Why is she calling you? Why can't she find somebody else to do it? He went, didn't ask no questions, went, shoveled the snow. Now the car is free. Was he wrong for going against what the girlfriend wishes were? Because he ignored the girlfriend and went anyway. Was he wrong for going to help his baby mama out? And then the second part to this is, because Superpat brought up a good point. Hey, Todd, he said that the guy isn't wrong. He went to go help his family. The second part, because he said that is kind of his responsibility. So my next question to the first part is, are you responsible? You make kids with somebody. Are you responsible for what goes on in their household if you are no longer together with them? Especially if you're like a baby mama. Are you responsible for what goes on in that household? And I'm talking about maybe cutting the grass. Maybe she can't cut the grass. Keeping up maybe with the maintenance of the house. I know that's a stretch. Shoveling the snow. Like, is that your responsibility even though you guys have children together? Sorry, let me wipe my nose, y'all. Let me go up here. Tech said, first of all, if my woman is insecure, that's on her. My kids would be priority. And if she's that insecure, leave her where she is and get a new chick. They are everywhere. Joey Cake said, hell no. I'm responsible for my kids only. Let the man that's digging you out dig you out. I'll walk right past your house with a shovel in my hand. Oh, you so disrespectful, Joey. Clean said, if his kids was in the car stuck, he isn't wrong. Well, they weren't in the car stuck. She couldn't get her car out so she could go to work. So she was stuck. Joey Cake said, he's going to lose his girl behind this. You think so? You think so? I say he may, because if this is a consistent thing going on between him and the baby mama, like if she's always calling him to come help her, then he may lose his girl behind that. Sheb said, I would ask the woman if it's okay with her. I like that. That's respectable. Like, hey, but girl, the way that these baby mamas be acting chill. Yeah. Anyway, Babe said, that's where communication plays a role. Clean said, but this is also the issue with these baby mamas not having no man. They have higher expectations from the father. And when the kid becomes a teenager, they lean heavy on them to get a man. LOL. Well, I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, Clean, because, okay, yeah, they can get a man, but still, that's not that man's kid. You feel what I'm saying? Unless I'm just misinterpreting what you're saying. Unless you're saying that they're leaning on the stepdaddy. Is that what you mean? They're leaning on the stepdaddy when the kids get older, as opposed to the father? Because, I mean, I don't necessarily agree with that. But then I'm not a baby mama, so they have higher expectations for the father, and when the kids become teenagers, I mean, if a woman is raising your kid, and that kid is living with her, would you not want your child to be in the most comfortable position that they could be in? So if that means like alleviating like some of whatever the baby mama may have going on, that would be, less pressure on her, maybe less pressure. I'm just hypothetically speaking. That's all. Joey Cake said she needs to Google how an independent woman shovels her own snow. Not all women want to be independent, Joey, okay? Clean said, get you a man or get you some upper body strength. Joey Cake said, I'll buy her a shovel for Christmas. Make sure you buy her that shovel with Jim Jones, that electric shovel. I was like, that is so cute. Only if I lived in the North, I would invest in that little electric shovel. I was like, okay. Clean said, no, they lean on the biological father too much. Okay. I guess I'm trying to figure out. Okay. Calling the father for every little thing, no. But if this woman is stuck and she has no other way to get to work, and you are the child's father, like I mean, I guess I just don't see what the big deal is with going to help her. Now, if it's multiple, like a lot of occasions, then I'm gonna be like, okay, what we doing here? Because you can't just call my man for everything. You're going to have to figure some stuff out for yourself. Or find you another man to do it. But, I mean, she does, if she's the one that has the kids and taking care of the kids, I mean, again, I don't know. Joey Cake said, my next door neighbor is Muslim and his wife does all the shoveling while he stands on the porch and watch gangster. My dad used to make my mama shovel the snow, so ain't no surprise there. Clean said his job is to support his child, not you, especially if he has a family. Okay, because I don't have kids. And this is kind of the problem that I have when men say this. His job is to support the child. Okay, but if the child is living with the mother 24/7, and clean, you have full custody of your kid, and you know what that work requires, right? You know what the work requires. You know what the work you have to put in. Um, that is his job is to support the kid. Yes, that's cool. It is to support the kid, but if she ain't making it, and hey, boo, hey, if
Hey,
she
girl.
if she ain't making it, hey Tasha, if she ain't making it, like I don't see what the problem would be with the father helping out occasionally.
He didn't do anything
Occasionally.
wrong.
Thank
It's
you.
she had a problem with his girl. So this is where I said boundaries need to be, because if y'all saying that baby mamas act like that, then he knows that these things like this can be trickery. Not
Mm-hmm.
saying that he didn't come to shovel the, but we know as women, what do we like to do, especially if feelings are involved?
Baby,
We don't
didn't
want
I
your
say
man.
petty?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So, for the boundary set is for this reason. It starts with a snow shovel to, oh, they need this, they need that. That's disrespecting his new situation that he's trying to get this bond. And she told him straight up, don't go, because she don't want him to go. So if
Yeah.
he don't
Okay. Healing
because
hurt. Okay.
he said it straight up. I don't care what you say, I'm going. So he does, whoever said that comment, she was insecure about it. He needs another girl. He does need someone that has to, because if he don't get somebody that can understand his situation, his relationship with his children, he gonna always have that problem. You get that? It don't
Yeah.
matter how many girls he get after. If that baby mama hears he got somebody, it's gonna always be, I need this, I need that. And I was in a situation like that. I
Mm-hmm.
dated a guy, he had a daughter, and as soon as she found out he had a girlfriend, all of a sudden these excuses just kept popping up. And I'm like, where did these excuses? I need you to do this. I need you to do it on purpose, maliciously,
Yeah.
so that he wouldn't be in a relationship. And guess what happened? I bounced out of that relationship because I said,
Somebody keep calling you healing hurt.
Them telemarketers.
if your if your baby mama got that much power, y'all should have stayed a couple.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
this is the thing. Now that I'm married, husband and wife is supposed to have those, not baby mamas. So what I kept telling people, y'all be giving y'all baby mamas wife status in, as far as them having a say so in which goes on in your life. And y'all already moved on. So if that woman can still tell you what to do outside of y'all relationship, she still got a hold on it. So that's why I said the boundaries got to be set up, because this will start and it'll escalate. And he saw how it made the friction happen in that first situation with his girl. So he gonna keep having a lot of stuff happen to them in that relationship, because it's not gonna stop. It's not. And the fact that the baby mama saw that he jumped up to go for her, she gonna keep pushing that envelope till the girl gets tired of it.
Okay. Thank you, Healing Hurt. Thank you, Clean, for joining. Because we do got some new folks. I do want to tell them what we are talking about. So, a guy wanted to know if he was wrong because he went to help his baby mama out of the snow. She called him. Let me just read it. So he said, apparently, being a father is weird now. I'm currently at my baby mama's house because her car got snowed in and was stuck in the driveway. She had no one else to call and had to be at work in the morning. My girlfriend told me not to go, said it was weird that I'm still the one my ex calls and someone else should have handled it. I ignored that and went anyway because when it comes to my kids, I don't debate. I moved, I shoveled, salted, and got the car free. So the question is he wrong? And then I added another spin to this question because Super Pat had brought up something. He said he went, probably to keep the peace And two, I like the part that he brought up the fact that, you know, he's trying to show his kids, like, look, we can co-parent, we can coexist. I like that part. But Super Pat brought up a point that's, you know, he said, I mean, he is the child. That is, I mean, that's the baby mama. That's the baby daddy. That's the child's father. He's somewhat obligated to go over there and help her with the snow. So my question is, after the relationship is on, are you still obligated to your baby mother or baby father to help them? Are you still obligated to help them out in situations if they need help? So there's two parts of this clean clean. You want to do the first part and then you can do the second part. So the first
All right.
part is, was he wrong?
Well, like I said, and first let me say hi to the angel, the angel that we have on the that was
We
sent
gonna
from
get her a
above, you
halo.
know, from
We gonna
above.
get you a halo, girl.
But no, I mean, I think like I was saying in the comment, if it's a situation that directly affects the kid, then I don't think he's wrong. Like I said, if the kid is stuck in the car, or if they ain't got no food in the house and the kid hungry and the car's stuck, it's like, all right, I understand. I mean, you still, if it's your wife, you still gonna want to run it by her, like, look, little man, hungry, they car stuck, ain't nobody, her brother locked up, ain't nobody, I gotta go help. Like, I get that. Now, if it's a situation that doesn't affect the kid, it just affects her. Now it's a different scenario. Because like I said, in these situations, now I'll say this, like you said, yeah, I got full custody of my son, so my situation is a little different. If it's a situation where your kid is with the mom like all the time,
Yeah.
then yeah, as a man, you gotta kind of do what you gotta do because you ain't really spending the time, so you gotta at least provide at a high level or at the highest level that you can. So stuff like that, it's like you gotta hold that down.
Okay.
Now, if
I
y'all
can
in like a
respect that. Clean, clean.
yeah, yeah,
Cause
yeah,
you say,
yeah.
yeah, you gotta go. Thank you. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah, and you got to make sure you put money in there, whatever support you can, because you don't have the kid, and you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying. So you got to do now. If y'all in a situation of where it's more like a 50-50 thing, now it's different because I can't lean on you. Like if I'm at the crib and I'm hungry and ain't nobody there to cook for me, can I call you to come cook for me? No. You gonna call me to come do the manly things in your life, but I can't call you for shit.
Oh
So
God.
it's a for real. And look, I always say, man, like this is what equality looks like. Women advocated and marched for equality. This is what equality looks like. You don't get to play both ends. If it's a situation where I got the kid 3 days a week. You got the kid 3 days a week, type of thing. It's on us to make sure our homes are sufficient environments
For
for the
that child.
child. It's not
Mm-hmm.
on me to make sure your bills are paid and your shit is taken care of. It is not on you to make sure my bills is paid and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't get a dime from my son's mother. I get nothing, and I'm doing after school programs $70 a week, tutoring. He got a one-on-one tutor that's $230 a month. He plays
Oh
soccer.
my God.
He got dues for soccer, transportation to and from all his meals, his clothes. This boy growing, his feet growing like crazy. His new shoes. I don't get no support. But if the shoe was on the other foot, I would be considered a piece of trash for
You would.
not putting money down and making sure my son. So that's why I say like equality don't look good when you get the responsibilities of being a man bestowed upon you. Now it ain't so attractive to want to be equal. You know what I'm saying? It's only attractive to want to be equal when you want equal pay and you want equal da da da. But when it's like, okay, well, you got the responsibilities of a man, now it's different. And so, yeah, if dude is in a situation where the kid is over there 24/7, yeah, run it by your wife, but yeah, you got to go help out because you don't got your kid. If it's 50-50, she need to call her brother or her uncle or something And now, if my kid is over there starving because if this happens to be one of your days to have him and he over there and y'all stuck, all right, I'm gonna go help. You know what I'm saying?
I can respect
But
that, clean, clean. I thought you was
yeah,
gonna come from another angle. I want you both to answer the second part, but I want to get to some of these comments first. Babe said, "Thank God, me and my baby mama good." Sheesh, because he said because he helped her shovel. Oh Lord, uh, Tasha said, "What's the topic?" Tasha, you got the topic now. Babe said it was a legit reason though. Joey Cake said, "My wife is not having it. It would definitely be a problem, especially if she had a problem with it when I told her." Mama said, "Did you see the video of the side chick showing up at the dead husband's funeral?" Shaking my head. Nah, Mama, send that to me, girl. I didn't see that one. Joey Cake says, "Sometimes it's a test for her to see if he still cares. That's that pettiness." Babe said she literally asked for help with the snow, not help to install a TV or anything. It was for the kids. They need the car to go to school, travel. What's the problem?
The baby mama, the
Tash,
baby daddy wasn't wrong. It's the immaturity on the girlfriend. But if he's in a relationship with her, he has to respect it. He didn't. He went anyway. So he's going to come back home to the static. That's the choice he's going to have to make in it.
yeah, unfortunately. Tasha said, "Oh wow, this is interesting." Joey Cake said, "Right." Mama said, "Right, Joey Cake. She likes to manipulate him." Tasha said, "Maybe it's case by case when you know someone's intentions." Uh, Tasha Babe said, "Exactly." Baby said, "Bro, they live with their mom. They need the car." LOL. Joey Cake said to you, Mama, my cousin's baby mama showed up at his funeral and tried to sing Wind Beneath My Wings. His wife cut the mic off. Baby, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all. Listen, Linda, listen, Linda, listen, Linda. This is a PSA because if you try that craziness at any one of my folks and stuff, just know. Okay? Just know it's going to be. It's trouble, trouble. That's all I'm gonna say. I was laughing at you, Joey Cakes. Feeling hurts laughing too. Joey Cakes said, "Then stay single and provide for your ex. Once you get another girlfriend or wife, then that's another story." And Mama said, "And that's why I shovel my own snow," shaking my head. And Tasha said, "What about when it's the man pushing the agenda? Because my ex stay looking for a reason to come help the kids."
uh,
You see my
Let
face,
him get the
Tasha?
key.
You see my face, Tasha? What do you want to come over there and help the kids with? Because I thought he
Emotions.
liked what we like.
Everybody in their emotions.
Yeah, I thought he liked what we like. So what should we come
Feelings.
over for? Yeah, no. Joey Cage said she can use the child support to pay for snow removal. Maybe she ain't getting no child
that's
support, and
a
maybe that's
fact.
why she asked his ass to come over there. Mama said he's not about baby girl, then don't call. If it's not about baby girl, then don't call me. Mama said I think they need to have a conversation. And Tasha, yeah, Tasha, you see my damn face because he like what we like. Okay, part time, whatever. Anyway, so the second part to this question, yeah, her and clean, clean. I need to know. Okay. Because again, Super Pat brought up a good point. This and I think you answered it kind of clean, clean, because you said, "Yeah, I'm going to shovel." Because yeah, if she got the kids on a full time basis, I'm going to shovel. But is it your responsibility? Besides, is it your responsibility? She has no man in her life. Okay, they may not have a girlfriend in their life. Is it your responsibility, even if they have the kids? Is it your responsibility to hold some things down in their household? Is that your responsibility? Now, clean, clean. Your situation is different. Just say, for instance, you didn't have custody and she had full custody. Would that be your responsibility if she said, "Hey, I need my grass cut. You think you can come over here and cut this
No,
grass?
no, no.
Hey,
It,
this pipe,
no,
this
no,
water is leaking. You think
no.
you come over here and check the pipes?"
Only things that directly affect my child. Because a lot of the times, the crazy thing is they do be having a man, but it's just some dude that's fucking on them, and he ain't. You know what I'm saying? So
He's not
you
stepping up
got
to
a
the
dude
plate.
that's coming through and fucking on you, but he just ain't doing none of the manly stuff around the house. So you gonna use me for that? No. Only things that directly affect my child. So yeah, if it's a situation to where
The
you
toilet's out.
yeah, something like that, and he can't use the bathroom, and it's a sanitary issue. I'm gonna try to help out. If it's a situation where the car messed up, he can't get to and from practice in school, I'm gonna try to help out. If it's but if it's just like regular stuff in your life, no, I'm not your man. Like, see, and look, I'll tell you in my situation in the earlier days of my relationship, even still to this day, my relationship suffers a lot because I always have my kid, like always, like, and so there's been so many like, because his mom will either not come, like cancel at the last minute when she's supposed to get him, or do a no call, no show, and so many like date nights, birthday plans, then got ruined
You
because we
live
sitting
out
at
here,
the
I'll be
house.
the babysitter.
Oh,
We live out here,
oh
I'll be
man, thank you. I wish
for
I was in
real.
LA, bro. I tell you,
I'm in
I would.
Atlanta.
No, she's in Atlanta.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna holler
Yeah,
at you then.
she's in
For
Atlanta.
real.
I'm
Yeah.
And
I'm
look,
out
it's
Yeah.
here.
because kids don't deserve half the ish that adults do to them, but it's because of
Yeah.
the emotions involved. That's not fair. And that's not fair to you because you took on 100% the responsibility. Because if you look like me saying this, they'll be giving me a parade.
Yeah. Yeah.
But for
Oh,
you,
right.
you
Yeah.
don't get nothing. But oh, toughen it up. So it's you're right with the equality of women want things to be equal when it benefits them, but
Mm.
they don't realize the hard work that comes with being it. Being a provider means you don't complain in none of this.
That's a fact.
Women, we complain about everything, so we're the victims and someone help me. You chose up. And when you chose up on that man showed you who he wasn't, and you left with a gift, his child. With that child, you raise it and be happy that that child is living and healthy. What these women do is they become bitter and say, well, this didn't work out, and now I'm going to make his life miserable because
Yeah.
he moved on. I don't do petty, I don't do pity because it looks like I care, right?
Yeah.
I don't care about nothing you do once me and you aren't in a relationship no more. But if our child is needing to do something, I'm going to stick it out and do everything for that child. And that's sad that women won't even see that their kids suffer in none of the mistakes that they make in those decision making. But we'll put
Right.
it all on the men.
They
That
It's
don't.
ain't
crazy
fair.
because,
That's
like
not
you
fair.
said, it would be a parade for you. There's no parade for him, even though I tell him I commend him because there are not a lot of men stepping up to the plate and
He
taking
just got a
full
free
full
babysitter,
responsibility for their
100%.
children.
So
Can I say
Thank
understand.
you.
full responsibility? Like
Thank you.
full responsibility because that's a
Thank
fucking
you.
job. Don't let
Nah,
nobody tell you
man.
that ain't no job. That's a
Mom,
fucking job right there.
it's
So
a
I
job.
I commend you every day, clean, because again, there ain't
Because
too
he's
many.
doing our job. Women, we're the nurturers. So you got to be all of that. Put your masculine self in over here. You don't got time for that. But I was taught by my brother, and he told me if the child can't be in the house with both parents, the father is the better example. Because as women, we emotional. We go through everything. And that
Mm.
kid sees it all. And then they look at all of the females in the world as the same as what they saw growing up. And that's
Well,
how
I
they
hope
look
your
at
son
life.
doesn't look at that way. I hope you're teaching him clean. Like, okay, your mom still she does love you,
He
even though you
don't
Yeah,
can't
seem
be
like
with her.
he's bitter
yeah,
at all.
nah.
So I don't think he does any of that.
Yeah, I got a rule. My number one rule is, regardless of whatever's happened, I never say anything negative about his mom to him. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Now she be over there telling him whatever about me,
Oh
but
God.
I will not ever tell him anything bad about his mom. But yeah, I mean, like my girl would be so mad, man. It was so mean. I mean, I'm not even over exaggerating. 50, 60, 70 times over these last few years where we didn't have plans to go to dinner her birthday, not this past November, but last November 2024, we was going to a birthday dinner. His mom was supposed to come get him at 6 p.m. on Sunday. She didn't show up to get him till 11:30 at night. We had to cancel dinner. She was mad as I mean, like that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I say when the boundaries and stuff do got to be set, but at the same time professionalism. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
you wouldn't treat your job that way. Like for your job, you gonna be on time. You gonna call ahead and communicate if you gonna be late. Da da da. But you won't do that for me. Like we gotta be professional in this because we are like raising a kid, and the kids as they get a little bit older, they can sense when there's
Yeah. Oh
friction.
yeah.
You know what
Oh
I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, and during these pickups and drop offs, when his mother and I is not making eye contact, not speaking to each other, and it's just a quick blah blah,
He
then
know.
they know. You know, when he was a
Yeah.
baby, it's like they don't know, but he's 7 years old now. He
He's picking
knows.
up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and so you gotta these baby mother, baby father situations. It is usually difficulty because there's like residual emotions on one side, like one person still has a slight attachment
Yeah.
or something like
Yeah.
that, and so they get vindictive, they get
Yeah.
spiteful. But if you can get to a situation to where, man, because like my son's mom, we were never married or nothing like that, like, and we dated, so I don't care what she got going on in her life or who she messing with. Long as, if they're around my kid, I want to know what's up. But as far as, I don't care if we both had zero feelings for each other and zero concern about that. It would be easy to be professional. It would be
Yeah.
easy. It would be easy to be friends and be like, yo, it's cool, like he got a soccer game, da da da, bring the ice cream, but when there's like these little emotions and this little spiteful stuff left over, it makes the relationship sour and irreparable. You know
Learning
what I'm
to
saying?
get
Like at
those
this point, I don't
emotions.
think especially because of the custody battle and the court and the lawyers I don't think it'll ever be repairable. You know what I'm
Don't say
saying?
ever. Don't say ever, because with God,
Well, I hope. I
all things
hope.
are possible with my man
I'm
upstairs.
praying that she grows up in it because that's all it is. It's maturity. It's learning. I'm not getting him back, but at least
Hey,
let
Russ.
me be cordial enough to help him with our seed. That's all it looks like. And that's with both ends because I had a situation when I got married. The not my son's father, but my daughter's father gave me slack about everything because of his emotions. He was stuck
Mm,
in second grade.
mm,
That
Mm,
I'm still gonna be the little girl with the ponytails. No, you still stuck in second grade and we're grown. We're both the same age. So if
mm,
you still behave like a little child, I moved like a grown up and said, let me take care of this baby because you not gonna help me. And I had to chalk that L like, dang, he's still a little kid. But when I got married, the things he tried to put me and my husband through,
oh,
just
baby.
because I got married and tried to instill those bad, ugly things into my daughter, God saw all of that. And when I tell you favor, how it looks so
Mm.
good. Because
mm.
he
Yeah.
tried to take me to court because I was moving to Georgia. And the judge told him, clowned him, like, the economy is messed up. And if
Mm-hmm.
she's saying she can go somewhere else and provide for your child, and he said, how much child support do you make? Pay. He didn't pay nothing because I don't put people on child support. So he
Mm.
got clowned by trying to be emotionally unstable. And instead of coughing it up as like, oh, let's co-parent and do what we got to do, he tried to make that situation hard for me. And he had to pay out of pocket because they hired a lawyer, all of this. And every case that I've had, I've won with no lawyer because I studied law. So I was
Mm.
laughing like, y'all don't even know what I know. And so they lost money and I got what I asked for. So he had to pay to send her back and forth and nobody wanted it because my daughter was confused and all of that because they kept instilling the hate. And so when she
Mm.
come back to us, me and my husband would try to have to redo,
Yeah.
undo what they didn't put on
Yeah.
her. It was a battle like no other.
Mm.
But our daughter will be 21 this year, and look at God. I raised
Yeah.
two children. My son is 27. My daughter
Girl,
will
Mo,
be
you don't even
21.
look like you got a 21-year-old. Be quiet, girl.
Man,
I got a
right.
27 year
Shut
old.
your mouth, girl. You
But
look
I'm
like you about
saying,
21.
Well, God bless you, baby.
That's
I'm
that angel
45,
blood. You know what I
and I'm
mean?
telling you, God is good because the man that I married, he take care of all of the kids and was like, y'all don't got to do nothing. I'm here
Mm.
now. And he was like, these my kids. So he took on all five.
So
The
you
two
didn't even
I had,
have to ask your exes for nothing.
and that hurt them a lot because they knew they lost the woman and the kids. And they have to live in that regret of, I didn't do right by her when I was with her, and now I have to watch somebody else take care of the woman I love.
Ooh, child. Mm. Hold on, let me read some of these comments here. Let her, because girl, you always spitting some jewels, dropping some jewels. Tizzle said all the outward insecurity is such a reflection of our people and where we are. Mama said to you, Tasha, he wants to try that hole again. Wait a second, Mama.
Oh,
Tasha said he don't be in my face. He just always trying to be around here helping. And I tell him to go home. I will pay a service like lawn care. My son told him I make him mow. Now he show up trying to do it. If he want to do it, girl, let him do it. Shit. Anyway,
He trying to get
Tasha said to you,
his grace.
Mama, no, ew. What up, DJ Papa Don? Mama said not every woman is a good mother, and she's right. And I hate the fact that they always showcase bad fathers, but they don't show the bad mothers. And I don't have kids, and I don't understand how you could ever walk out of your child. I don't get that. How you could walk away from your kid, but that ain't for me to understand. So that ain't my mission. Joey Cake said to say it again, and Mama clap for you, clean, clean. You got a clap for Mama today, clean, clean. Won't he do it?
hey, right?
Tasha said,
Thanks, mama.
I had the phase where the new woman was trying to limit how much the kids see their dad, and I had to get her together real quick. Yeah, because what are we doing here? Joey Cake said, I raised my son from 12 years old until adulthood. I never spoke negatively of his mom. Matter of fact, he better not disrespect her in any way, or there's going to be hell to pay. I know that's right, Joey Cakes. Teach him. Uh, Mama said my kid's grown and my ex still tries to control my life. He tries to control all of us. Amy
Carl,
Pope, girl, I am 43 years old and this man still wants to have a reign in my life. I do not speak to this man no more because of that reason. Because I'm like, I am 43, so you gonna have to like relinquish. I'm an adult. And I just
I
feel like,
miss my dad, Carl. My dad name was Carl, and I would give anything to have him do anything. My dad used to
well, you
clown,
must have
but
been a daddy's girl because I was not. I'm a mama's girl.
I can't be a daddy's girl because a daddy girl mean they depend on that. I'm too wild child. My parents knew I was a wild child. You can't control her, you can't tame her. Just know she the one that's gonna make things happen. So I never was a daddy's girl. I'm more of a mama's girl than I am a
Yeah, I'm a mama's girl, but him, yeah, I don't. I'm a house. There has to be a study for people like my Carl, but that's another subject. Tasha said,
We
shaking my head.
love your daddy because if it wasn't for your daddy, my Dee wouldn't be here. That's the one
I
good
love
thing
him
I
for
can
this.
say
I
about
love him for the sperm that he did provide for my mother to make me. Yes, that's
and
the
your
only thing.
mama. Tell her I'm
That's
gonna
the.
give her
Oh
all
no,
the
I love
keys.
my mama to Reese's Pieces.
No, I
That
said
no.
I'm gonna give her all the keys because they
Oh yeah.
made you,
Yeah, I
baby.
love my mama to Reese's Pieces. But Carl, that's a whole nother monster right there. So don't get me wrong. I still pray for that man. I pray for his well-being because that's the best thing that I could do is pray for you and wish you well. But I don't have to be around you. I've learned that in life. At 43, about to be 44 next month, 23, goat numbers. Let's go. Um,
Okay,
goat
we
numbers.
gotta celebrate.
Goat numbers. So at 43, I have learned. I'm at a peace. There's a different type of 2020. My friend said it to me the best. 2026. He's like, it's like a light switch went off on you. No, I'm at peace. This is the most peaceful I have been in my entire life. So anybody that's going to disrupt, cause chaos, any type of confusion, you want to disrupt my peace, you are immediately going to go, no explanation, no excuses. I don't got to argue with you. I'm going to love you from a distance because that's God. God is still love. I don't hate you. I love you. but I have to love you from a distance. And that's what I got to do.
Because
So
you
it ain't
gotta
gonna be
love
bad.
you more. If you saying
Absolutely.
that, you'll be
Absolutely.
abusing yourself. Ain't that the truth though?
Absolutely.
We stand abuse because they taught us stay. No, you
I
go
think
where you're loved. You pray for
healing her,
those who don't know it.
you said it because it does say parents don't provoke your children either. So he tends to poke the bear. So again, I wish him nothing but the best. I cannot for my peace and my sin, I cannot be around him. But
And
I
that's
love
fine. Because
I
the
love
Bible
him.
says for us to
I pray
honor
for
thy
him.
mother and thy
Yeah, I
father.
love him. I
Yeah.
pray for him. I have to love you from a distance though. Even though you are the person that gave me life, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Just because folks your family don't mean nothing. You can cut their asses off. Believe it.
The Bible, if y'all read the Bible in real life, do you know Jesus was cutting off his own family? When his mama and brothers was at the door, he was like, my mother and brothers are here, right here, doing the work of God. That's what he said. So when people read it for themselves, understand, we put that false narrative and say Jesus said. Love is an action word. So Jesus did say love, but time for some action. So we need to learn to actually know what that word means. Because Dee Dee, you know what love means, and you've been showing
Absolutely.
it. So that's why I'm
Agape.
saying we got to
Agape.
be examples, because that's it. A lot of people never had it, so they don't know where to begin.
It's
But it begins with
agape.
you.
It's agape.
Agape is unconditional. I know that's right.
I love you.
Mhm.
Despite your flaws, I just
Yeah.
be around you. And parents, and then we're gonna do final thoughts. So y'all get your final thoughts again. Parents, like she said, do not provoke your children. We go into adulthood. Kids get grown too. You don't speak to your kids like they kids. You speak to them with respect because you want respect. You want respect. So the same thing you want, the same thing across. That's all I ask. If we're gonna have a conversation, just let's have a respectful conversation. If we can't do that, then God bless you. The end. So
Yeah.
that's how I feel about it. Again, I don't hate nobody because that would not be godly. I love
No,
everybody.
it would not.
So, and if I ever said I hated you, I lied to you. I love you, and I'm praying for you daily. So that part, and that's my final thought. What's your final thought? I'm sorry, Hiller. I'm telling you,
Girl,
I'm on a whole nother journey. The
but
peace
you know what, Dee Dee?
that I have in
It's,
my life now.
it's you finally showing up for Dee Dee. That's how everybody has to do it. Show up for us, because we say we love ourselves. We got to just mean it a little more, meaning if you know it's disturbing your peace, walk away
Yeah,
peacefully with no noise and with love, knowing that you gave it your all in any situation, but never force
absolutely.
anything. So you doing right, because it's a work in progress. And I'm praying that Carl will see his daughter isn't a baby anymore that needs him like that, but she needs him in another way that he can reciprocate that. Because if he's talking at you, it's not gonna help nobody,
It
because
never
you
does.
won't. Yeah, so I totally agree with that 100.
Yeah, like
Respect. But my final thoughts on, should the man go and fulfill needs for the child's mother? Should he feel obligated? No one should feel obligated to do anything. But if that man is a kind hearted man and he's generous, he's going to do it. So the women that sign up for these being with men with children, they gotta know, if you love that man, you're gonna love everything that comes with that man, including the children. So if the children are snowed in, shut the hell up and let that man snow the ground. Because honestly, do unto others as you want done yourself. Because she'll have to face that
yeah.
reality if she gets pregnant by this man and he leaves her, and she's gonna be calling that same man to do the same thing. Does that make sense?
Amen.
That's
I
all
agree.
I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Treat
Clean,
people the
clean.
way you want to be treated.
No, man, look, my final thought is, yo, like we're kind of like what we was talking about, I think was it yesterday, is like, man, we gotta push hard as a community to keep these nuclear families together. Because when you look at this baby daddy, baby mama system, you can tell by how much friction there is that this is not the way God meant it to be. You know what I'm saying? Like God meant it to be a man and a wife and a family and the children. It is not this baby mama, baby daddy shit. The reason it's so hard is because it's not supposed to be this way. We're putting a square peg in a round hole a lot of times by doing that shit. So the final thought, and look, I'm speaking as a person that is example of this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not criticizing or judging. I'm speaking as a living testament of it. Of like, yo, let's make better decisions. A lot of people tell us that our 20s is a time to go fuck off and have fun. It's not. Those are actually the most vital years of your life. And the decisions you make during that time will affect the rest of your life. Your 20s is not for trips and casual sex and it's not for that. It's you gotta be careful for men, I would say, look, man, and I wouldn't even years ago I wouldn't advise this, but now I'll say, look, if you in your 20s and you know you about to wild out, go get a vasectomy. Because for real, because you can no on God, because you can get it reversed later
Yeah.
and then have children. So if you know you about to wild out and because I know what it's like when you're a 20-year-old man, that testosterone is pumping, you trying to smash one. I get it. Like I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I've been there. So if I could now mind you, I wouldn't take my son back for the world, but just speaking from like a logical standpoint, get a vasectomy, do whatever you want to do, because that way you won't get one of these random joints that you was only gonna mess with for 5 weeks pregnant, and now you got to deal with her for 18 years. And the same thing for the woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, fellas, go get the vasectomies if you know you're gonna wild out. That way, when you turn 33 and you with the woman you know you want to spend the rest of your life with, y'all can have y'all first child together and y'all can raise it as a family. You know what I mean? So yeah, my final thought is, man, like especially us black people, we gotta keep the nuclear family together by our median household income, we're like last in the country. You know what I'm saying? White families, Indian families, Asian families, their median household income is higher than ours, which means we need each other. You know what I'm saying? We need two household incomes to raise children sufficiently. We need to be families. So when it comes to the baby daddy, baby mama thing, look, if you a baby dad and you only got your kids 2, 3 days a month, you need to be spending whatever bread and doing whatever you can for that household over there because you don't got the kid. Now, if you're in a 50-50 situation, I say it's on both adults to make sure they maintain their households and don't lean on each other too much, especially if y'all are trying to move on and have families of your own. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's imperative that y'all be adults, y'all be professional, consistent, and raise the kid peacefully. You know what I'm saying? Get those emotions up out of there, man. It's over. Y'all ain't together. It ain't happening. Let it go. You know what I'm saying? Get to know each other's families, build a mutual respect, you know what I'm saying? And run it that way. But that's it for me.
Thank
I
you.
say this: when the emotional get out the way, the responsibles can come in. So when you
Mm.
get your emotions out the way, your responsibility begins to be more your purpose, your priority. Because right now, everybody's emotion is in the way of doing the right thing for the children.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Yeah.
And no one wins when the children suffer because, like
Amen.
they said, the children are right now illiterate because no one's focusing on them.
Yeah.
And now they're being emotionally literate. So emotional, can't read the room because they can't read themselves. They can't read a book, can't read the room, so they're taking everything away from the child. They're not growing them in no way, spiritually, emotionally, physically, and so the kids are suffering. So we really got to stop acting like children and take care of the children.
Amen. Let me read these last comments and then we'll go. Mama said, Carl, he is a narcissist. Sheb said, that's crazy, my father's. Joey Cake said, peace is a beautiful thing. Joey Cake's mama said, for real. Scotty Pope said, amen, amen. Joy Cake said, final thoughts. I refuse to dig out my ex no matter how much she begs. Mama
Joking.
said, final thoughts. I love you, but I may not like you. Amen to that. Tasha said, my final thoughts is to check your voter registration and vote early. Do not wait until election day. And if you recently moved, update your registration. Please vote, please vote. And she's not lying because there's a lot of stuff going on. I know we don't get into everything. Certain things I cannot discuss every day just from my mental sanity. I know there was another shooting in Minnesota. Rest in peace to that second victim. I cannot, again, I do not, because for my mental sanity. We will maybe eventually get into it, but just not today. I try to keep things, because I mean, y'all see it every day. I try to do things that you don't necessarily see. So,
If
I'm
you want to ever talk immigration and customs enforcement with me, I'm ready for you.
all right, boo.
Okay.
It's just, I know it's a sensitive subject because I know some folks agree with it, some folks don't, and then we'll talk.
Emotions are involved again. Everybody, our people are too emotional. They don't even know what ICE. They don't even know what ICE stands for, but yet they're fighting for it, and they don't even know it's to protect us. It falls under Homeland Security, which means if our country that we live in, are we all from this land? You
No.
not from this land?
I'm from
Well,
Detroit.
my
You
ancestors came over here on the boat.
you from the Americas, right?
Well, yes, because my
You're
ancestors came
indigenous.
over. Yeah.
So if you go to another country, you'll be a guest in their home, correct?
Yeah.
So the guests in our home took over and thought this is their home and made us look like we are the less than. So the person in charge is just flip flopping and correcting so that we can get everything that we say we deserve because it is ours. But if other people got hands on it, where is our end of it? So a lot of people don't even know what tariff means because I
Ooh,
work
baby,
at the
you might
United
have to
States
get in.
Postal. I worked at the post office, which means I'm under Department of Transportation, which means I fall under Homeland Security. It's how you transport the goods, how you transport the people. So we can get on this topic if you would like, baby girl. I got you.
Nah, yo, that's a good point. Just one thing on that is America's like a weird place, right? Because other countries, they got strict immigration, like Japan, all these, like you can't just go over there
We know
and
that
you know what I'm saying? But
because you know
America,
why?
yeah,
Because we got emotional people like us that don't even know our
it's
origin.
emotions because
Exactly.
America has the history it has in regard to slavery and stuff like that. People feel like America should be open, but
Because slavery is a lie. It was not a slavery, it was enslavement. Our people were here and they came in and took over colonies. Colonizers are people who came from somewhere else and decided to come on your land. New York had it worse. Understand, I know y'all background really well. Ain't it a
Mm-mm.
water path that come through and a big Statue of Liberty? Who
Yeah.
gave that Liberty statue? It was somebody else that gave it to us. It was a whole nother statue
Yeah.
because the statue kind of looked like yo kind of people, but they changed it out to make it
Mhm.
look like some BS. Under that land is our ancestors. Under the land in the Georgia is our ancestors. So understand, they know how to pave a cement a road that has our underground of our ancestors buried, and then they say this is us. No, it ain't. It's a lie. And when people tell the truth in it, all of a sudden, oh, but see, you got to know what you're fighting for if you're going to fight. People are fighting for us to get our rights, and they don't even see because they don't even know what I stand for.
Oh, let's talk about this on Thursday. We'll do this one
I'll
Thursday
go for it.
because tomorrow I have a short day because I got meetings and whatnot. So we'll probably be on here only for 30 minutes tomorrow. But everything is up on YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. Even your video, Tasha. I broke that down into 2 videos because it was just that good. So it is up on YouTube. Again, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. Mama said, LOL, you talking to the masses. Tasha said, I'm about to text my baby daddy to pay my mortgage. It's for the kids, right? Joke. You know what, Tasha? Fa said, I like a lot of things Trump's been doing. We'll talk about it on Thursday though. If you like what Trump's been doing, if you haven't liked what he's been doing, if you like what ICE has been doing, if you don't like what they've been doing, we'll talk about it. Like I said, every day I can't come on here and mentally talk about that because for me it's draining. So, but we will get into it. It's discussions with Dee Dee Parker and nothing is off limits. So we'll get into it Thursday. Mama said it was the Italians who did the statue. I thought it was the French.
Yeah, it
I
was
thought it was the
French.
French too.
It was
The French
French.
gave it as a gift
Yeah, that's what I thought.
because I want to say, was it the Haitians that helped?
Was it the
Somebody that was black helped them get something, and there was a gift. But I forget which black woman helped them revolt and get something, but it was a gift. And they kicked that gift out and replaced it with that weird looking thing that they got in y'all state. So.
That is why we're going to talk about it on Thursday. I love y'all for y'all. FA said, tell the white people just comply. Well, you know what, FA? You took the word. Okay, because I gotta think about how I'm gonna say this because all my shit is being watched for quality assurance. Anyway, I was gonna say that's not our fight, but that's kind of another reason why I haven't talked about it because I'm like, they not killing my people.
But ICE is for our land. That's what they don't understand. It's immigration and customs enforcement. Can you stay here without a green card?
Well, you're not supposed to.
Yes, they are, and they'll have babies, and all the babies go to your school, and then they grow up. A lot of those killers were immigrants. I'm just telling y'all the truth in the history. A lot of them was raping kids going to school. A lot of them was disgusting in what they were doing. So now fingerprints and DNA is being found on the generations after of cases that they were getting. Understand, I wanted to be in criminal justice as a kid, so all of this stuff is right.
You know
up
your
my
shit.
alleyway.
Yeah,
I do,
all right,
because I know the truth.
Yeah, we'll talk about all this on Thursday. So if you guys, politics Thursday, but tomorrow we'll figure something else out to talk about. I got you. No worries. All right. Have a safe, blessed rest of your what is today? Tuesday. And remember, God is love. Even when somebody wrongs you, Jesus loves you. Bye.
Peace.